Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Headsmen believe they own everything in Nigeria because Buhari is a Fulani. Olu Falash explains. Hello, wonderful people. Nice to be with you today, bringing out the news. The activities of herdsmen in Nigeria has become a chaotic situation that every Nigeria is seriously worried about. Why is all this happening? Because the government has not done the right thing. In civilized countries, they all have cattle. What do? There is a place where, there is vast land in the north where they can just spend little money and prepare a nice place for their cattle, or water trough for them, so that they don't have to be moving around. Is that not a good viable solution? Anyway, let's carry on and get all the news. According to Sahara reporters, a herdsman named Fashi ignorantly believe he owns everything in Nigeria because President Muhammadu Buhari is a Fulani man. Chief Olu, who is the former secretary to the government of the Federation, condemned the constant attack on our farmers and the residents in the southern part of the country by some headsmen. Chief Olu, talking about the current herdsmen situation in the country, said that if the government can no longer cater for these herdsmen, it is left for them to take part of the money they receive from Abuja, the large money on behalf of them every month, to create grazing reserve and water for the herdsmen. Chief Olu went on to explain that when he was a child, herdsmen were friendly towards the people, and when they often come around with their cattle, they were not threatening or threats or intimidating anyone. Speaking further, he said that in the last 10 to 15 years, the situation was different. They have been they have become violent, and Chief Olu also explained that the suspect is because the president is a Fulani. And ordinarily, herdsmen now believe they own the country, both the citizens and everything they possesses. Chief Olu also talked about how he experienced a few years ago in his farm. Then one of the herdsmen hanging around his farm met one of his workers and asked why Chief Olu was distributing and disturbing them. Then the herdsman told his worker that he should tell his oga to plant his own maize on the other side of the farm and leave them to graze on the end. This, according to him, shows he believes he has a right on the land, even though it wasn't his by standard, or he's not even from the south. Chief Olu also had time to went into the NSAS issue, speaking about the destruction. He said the protest is no longer a way of dangerous or is a way to disturb what is currently happening. It's also part of democracy. It is not a disturb. Protest is part of democracy. So when a peaceful protest is hijacked, it surely wouldn't be the organizers who has planted such into the people to cause by the government who they intend to make a point to. As quoted by the Vanguard, he also stated that he was impressed with the mature, peaceful way Nigerian youth carried on the protest. You know, people who have brain, who knew exactly what happened during the NSAS protests, know for sure and truly that something is happening in Nigeria. Did you hear Chief Olu, former secretary to the government? He said, yes, protest is part and parcel of a government, of a democratic setting. Yes, protest is part and parcel of it. He said nobody organizing a protest will be the one again to go and to make sure that the protest was destabilized, bring hoodlums, that the government should think. They should think you are thinking of how to make the government hear your point. So how can you now introduce hoodlums into it? It's not the work of the protesters, but definitely you and I know who sent the hoodlums among the protesters to cause this evil atrocity and what have you. This is what has now become the order of the day. It is rather very sad that the woman who was caught, evidences on her phone and all that, organizing the hoodlums, telling them where to go, what time to go. She received money, and who she received the money from is all there. Guess what? Did you hear that news? They protected her and shielded her out. Rather, they are using court case to chase people who said, let us make a point to those government, all in a bid to ask for better government, to ask for better life. These are the people they are chasing after. How can we, as a nation, move forward when you hijack what we are aiming at and you turn it into politics, saying people want Buhari's government is a failed one? It is evident that there is nobody down there in Aso Rock. Up until now, Buhari has not addressed the nation. 600 to 800 students, people's children were taken from school. Up until now, from Katsina State, Buhari has not addressed the nation. He was supposed to meet with the House of Rep 3 days ago. They turned it into politics and said they want to destabilize Buhari's administration here and there, here and there. Up until now, as we speak, nothing has been done. It was his very own state, Katsina State. Children went to school and met with that. And even the school cannot account for the number of students. They don't know. They don't know. There is no record. There is no audit. Things are just done anyhow. Nobody is there to ensure that things are done decently. This is the kind of country Nigeria has become. Because when you have a school sat holder governing a nation with no proper reasoning, this is what happens. When you have a school sat holder who does not understand the rudiment of leadership, this is what happens. This is how Nigeria has turned into a state. In fact, they should be declaring a state of emergency. Rather, they are all there having breakfast and tea, having secretaries serve them, continuing in their paths, not really minding Nigerian and the youths and the people and what we really stand for. It is rather very shameful, and we must stand up and look beyond this stench of evil that is going on currently. Headsmen have become a big problem in this country. Very big problem. Why? They've been emboldened. They are part of the B-boys. Some of them are part of the B-boys. So when they come to the south, is to spy at the land, to see what is happening, But we must rise up against this wave of evil that is going on. Guys, leave us a comment. Let's hear your thoughts. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless you. Bye for now.